97.
Another agent has joined your
Agent. Two agents. Two players. Two players. Oh my God.
detecting landmark.
Oh. Wait, hold on. Stand still. Come here. Stand still. Come here. Stand still. Hold on. Sir. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Oh. Ah. I see. I see what you got on there. Okay.
Rogue agent nearby.
To the Bazinga dude.
You are now. Rogue agent nearby.
Oh, did his armor burst already? Oh my God.
Agent vital signs 0. An agent needs assistance.
Oh shit.
Safe area detected. Now
Damn.
entering dog zone.
Sensitive.
Entering occupied dog zone.
Yo, Jay, what's good, yo?
Agent nearby.
You gonna lose all these scores?
Agent down. Vital signs
Jay's with the shits. Jay's like, I want to smoke with you.
You going outside right now? Shut up, R-Star. I'm trying, bro.
detected.
Do you need AMD or N?
Now entering an occupied dog zone. Rogue agent nearby.
Bro, how?
Assistance. Rogue agent nearby.
Get smoke, my guy. Get smoke. Let's go.
I want a Famas, bro.
Two down?
Right, he's right.
Three down? It's good. Oh, you pulling back now, though? You pulling back now, though? Let's go. Watch your back, Jay.
Hey, he's good though, right?
An agent needs assistance.
Red one's weak, red one's weak.
So,
Rogue agent nearby.
What is poppin', squad? Is your boy Jesimein, and today we got an LMG build to destroy in PVE and PvP. Now, without further ado, I'm gonna get right into it. I ain't gonna waste y'all time, so let's get it. As you guys can see, it is a hybrid build. People have been saying the gear sets are useless and they're not good, as if there is no uses for them, and I had to put something out there for you guys to have hope in making a hybrid build. So as you can see, it is a hybrid. I do have a cross between brand set and gear set, and we'll get into that in one moment. First, let's talk about the weapons. Now, because this is an LMG build, the way I designed it is basically use any LMG that you want, whatever is your preference. My favorite is going to be the M249B. You can definitely use the M60 or you can use the MG5, depending on your preference, whatever. But as you can see, my base damage is 30.2k with a 633 RPM, which is extremely high for LMGs, and 100 mag, as you can see. Now, as far as talents, I've been jumping around on my favorite talent setup. There's two talent setups I like. If you want to go for straight damage, obviously, it's not even a question. Unhinged is going to be your best friend. Receive 25% weapon damage at the cost of minus 35% weapon handling. And Allegro, just to get that you know what I'm saying, put out more bullets, because LMGs are slow firing weapons. And in a meta where obviously Vector has been ruling, RPM is everything. So trying to get as much RPM on a build that hits this hard is going to be great for you. Now, being that the mods got changed, I definitely have to put some emphasis on this. Pro red dot sight for stability. This is going to be the best setup that I possibly think. From all the practicing I've done with it, this is what I think works out for this build. So you want to make sure you have a pro red dot that gives you stability. You want to have a nimble link belt, which gives you rate of fire. You want to have an angle grip, which gives you additional stability. And you want to have a Omega 556 rifle suppressor, which gives you 20% stability and minus 10 optimal range. Now, that is how I mod it, because of the way I'm running the build is I'm focusing on making the LMG feel like an assault rifle, because I love ARs. So I wanted to kind of replicate that feeling. And as you can see, if you look at my stability right here, I am maxed out. You cannot get any more stability. It's as laser beam as it's going to be. You are going to be able to do a tremendous amount of damage in a straight line at all times because of this. So, and this is with the RPM and everything. So this is really, really good. So going into the build, synergy. Now, as you can see, I am a 446. If you do have a Sweet Dreams, don't worry. If you just want to have that 500 cap, as soon as you have a 500 Sweet Dreams, you'll be able to run the build and have over 500 and still look really cool, whatever. But I have a Lullaby, and it's only level 1, so it's going to bring my gear score down. But the reason I use Lullaby, it has the best holster talent you can have for this build, which is evasive, wall equip, dodge and reload 25% of your current magazine. Now, what makes sense is that's 25% out of 100, which is 25 bullets every single time. 4 rolls, you're back at 100. It's way faster than reloading. And what's cool about this build is because it hits so hard, 25 bullets is more than enough to kill 2 players. So 1 roll, and you're going to be able to be back in the fight as if you need to. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to dive and go away and dive again. 1 dive, if you're out of ammo, and you're back in the gunfight, just go right back at it. You know what I'm saying? And being that this is LMG, spray and pray is going to be your best friend. Hip firing is extremely effective with this. On PC, it's even way more deadlier than it is on console. But because this build has so much ammo to blow and so much of a magazine, there's going to be situations where it's probably smarter to hip fire, where you're moving faster and each bullet is doing so much damage anyways. It's going to be able to work out for you. So if you want to, you can definitely use the way I use it, which is going to be with the Lullaby or the Sweet Dreams. You can use the Chatterbox version. Let's say you just want like absolute RPM. That's fine, but I think over time, overall, into the build synergy itself, 100% evasive is going to be the best talent for this, bar none. The biggest drawback of LMGs is reload time, and if you can eliminate that, like you have the ultimate weapon. So going into that now, getting into the build. So I'm going to be using 2-piece ongoing directive. And as you can see, it's an easy call. Why? 20% weapon handling, which is going to go perfectly against this unhinged talent, because this unhinged talent makes it really hard. Maybe not so much on PC. You guys can get away with changing this up because you guys have like 0 recoil. I play with LMG, as you guys saw in my PC video. It's not hard at all, even with unhinged, to hold the LMG straight. But on console, you're going to need this. So having unhinged is going to take away 35% stability and recoil, whatever, the whole weapon handling thing. And then this is going to combat against it, which gives me 20% of it back. So it's only really taking 15%. And that's the only part of stability I have to fight against to get my gun stable. So running 2 ongoing directive, 1, it's real good because I get a lot of utility mod slots if I wanted to use them. And obviously, armor and all that stuff. And when it comes to mods and when it comes to all that, it's going to be really good, at least to have for right now. So going down into what I have for mods, so you guys can see I just have skill power, grenade damage, just to have a little bit of utility. All ongoing directive is going to be mostly utility slots, so it's not necessarily going to go into the damage of LMG. You're pretty much only using it because you're going to get the weapon handling. Now going down to a chest piece, easy call. You want to have a Petrov defense group chest. And the reason is obviously LMG damage. I try to get weapon damage on it because that's going to be your best friend. You don't really care about crit. If you can get the least amount of crit chance as possible, that's better for a different version of the build that I'm going to explain after this. But for right now, try to get an LMG damage chest with bonus armor and weapon damage, and you'll be good to go. The way I have mine modded, if you can go right here and look, you can see I just have another skill power. It does have a utility slot, so it just goes into that. I also have harden on it for 10% armor because you want to be as tanky as possible, because obviously vectors are burning through stuff right now, and the only way to combat is to be able to out sustain them. And having more toughness while putting out more damage is going to be your best friend when it comes to this. So going down to the holster. Now you can do whatever combination of the builds you want, whatever. If you rather have the holster being a directive or whatever, you can kind of mix it up however you want to try to have the 4 pieces between the 2 gear sets and the build itself. But I have a Gila holster. I just went because it had total armor on it, you know what I'm saying? And on my mods, I actually have really good mods. So your stats may not be as accurate as mine, but I have pretty decent mods for mine. You can see I have weapon damage, LMG crit hit damage, and crit hit chance, and another weapon damage with rifle damage and LMG damage. So obviously I put it on for that 4% LMG damage right there. I have health and health on kill, and I get the total armor from Gilla to put my armor up where it is. You can see I'm at 246, which is pretty good for a DPS build. Going to the backpack, this is where you're going to be using True Patriot 2-piece, which is a 10% damage to armor. Now, I don't know if this is a multiplicative or if it's just added on, but for some reason, your build starts slapping when you hit this. And maybe it's because armor is the most annoying thing to get off. All builds smash through health anyways, so being able to take off the armor as fast as possible is going to make a world of a difference. And you can see, luckily, True Patriot gives us 10% of that. And I also have weapon damage modified on mine with bonus armor and cooldown reduction. I also have some bonus armor and another plus 3.5% total armor, just to keep pushing my armor up, as you can see. And being that True Patriot is going to be a tankier build, you get defensive mod slots anyway, so you're going to be able to put that in to up that armor. And now on gloves, this is where the build can change, and I'll explain right after this. Once again, I have another True Patriot, LMG damage, health. It's pretty much nothing else you can get on that if you're rolling the glove version. And going to my knee pads, obviously to get the weapon handling, skill power, and an offensive precision to get weapon damage, headshot damage, and optimal range. Now, if you want to revamp the build, let's say you want to do as absolute most damage as possible, being that I went towards tankiness and just the fact that I have base damage, my crit chance is going to be extremely low. So you can see it's 5.5%. Well, if you do, I'm not sure if I do have it on me. I don't even think I do. If you have compensated is basically if you're under 20% crit chance, I believe, you get 15% weapon damage. So if you really wanted to, you could probably give away this Gilla holster, put a True Patriot holster, and then replace the glove with LMG glove that has compensated on it, and you probably do even more damage than I do. I like this version because I want to keep a Gilla glove if I could. You know what I'm saying? Like, ideally, I would hope to have that, but you know, we could only be so lucky. I have a devastating one, so it's not going to be as good. In the other one is one of these talents, so you might be able to roll it. But you want to make sure, at least if you're going for this build, the whole focus of the build is to get this base damage as high as possible on this. Don't worry too much about the little in-betweens, like the crit chance, crit damage. Those are irrelevant. Focus on base damage, and you'll be able to go crazy. Now, if I can go over here, I want to tell you guys, one of my favorite things about running like this, I know a lot of people are just running straight, full-fledged damage versions of LMGs, which is amazing. I'm not even going to front that. But my take on it is I rather have the LMG feel more stable over time, so in long-distance situations, I win more of the gunfights, because if you are playing the build right, you're not going to be up in a person's face too often if you don't have to be, especially being that vectors are where they are. So I'm on console, so a lot of people know stability is definitely something you have to take seriously, and you can just see, like, if I shoot this, like, it's literally the only thing you have is this little figure 8 recoil. But as far as that, like, you can easily maintain this mid to long range, no problem. And you can see I have 0 in my chamber. Boom, I roll, I'm at 25. Next can go to 50, 75, and I'm back at 100. So if I want to do that, so what's cool about it is you're gonna be able to be in a gunfight, and like, let's say they're gonna start reloading. You can reload way faster by rolling your back in, and you can keep it going, and just pretty much have like unlimited ammo as long as you're moving around. And I mean, ideally, you want to make sure you're moving anyways in a gunfight to keep that up. So make sure you guys keep doing that, spam that dive, and you're gonna have all that ammo in the world. Now, let me go to the stats real quick so you guys can see I am rocking Hardened, Unhinged, Allegro, Zen, Lullaby, Evasive, Strained, Optimized, Stop, Drop, and Roll. The high-end grenades, obviously. I have 30k weapon damage. I have damn near 0 crit chance. I'm only at 5, which is basically 0 to me. 27% crit hit damage, 67% headshot damage. And you can see those 3 numbers are low because my weapon damage is so high. So I'm not focused on even having to land headshots or even having to get crits in order to do my damage, which is what makes it amazing. And you guys can see I'm balanced right here with 35% accuracy and 35% stability, which is amazing. I only have a minus 15 weapon handling applied to me, which is basically nothing when you're good. As you can see, my stability and accuracy are so high anyways, it's not really worried about it. You can see I have 36% LMG damage bonus, 41% all weapons damage bonus, and that's just off of this. So with that armor and that max health combo, I'm basically pushing 300,000 overall. So somebody has to do 300,000 damage in order to get through me while trying to stop me from going crazy with my LMG. Obviously, you have to run this with the grenade launcher specialist, the Demolitionist. You're gonna want to make sure you do that because that's where you get the most damage. You can run it with others, but it's almost pointless if you're going for the damage that I'm putting out in this video. So if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any concerns, do you guys think that this is possible meta material? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen LMGs already were on the come up as the talks of Vector have been getting around. People knew something was going to change. Even though they didn't nerf it too much, Vector is still extremely strong. But this is definitely a build that I would say competes with it, only if you play it the right way. I mean, Vectors up close are still dangerous as hell. You still have to burst through a lot of their health. But because I'm doing 30k, dude, a bullet, 2 bullets, and when they're in that health bar, if they miss a shot, it's pretty much going to be done. And I have a decent fire rate. It's not like I'm firing 2 bullets every 2 hours. Like, I'm actually going to do something with that. So make sure that you guys invest into it. You can definitely use M60. I know I like the M60 personally, but I just feel having the fire rate from the M249B is going to be way better over time. And I promise you, you will feel like you are melting. Like back in the day, melt. Like Division 1 beta melt. Like Century Vector melt. Like you will feel that. Especially in Occupy. Now, I know people are concerned, well, how is this going to perform in Normalized? So if you want to see Normalized stats, this is what it's going to look like. It's still really good. Your health is pretty much the same. Your armor takes a big hit, and your damage takes a big hit. But having 10.8k in Normalized is a lot of damage compared to most other things, dude. Like if you just look around, like around the board, it's basically a third of what a sniper rifle does. So every 3 bullets, it's like a sniper's damage anyways. So that's pretty good. Plus the 15% damage out of cover. There's a lot of things that go into this build that make it hit extremely hard. My focus, like I said, was based around stability, which makes it look like it hits harder because it's more consistent bullets. And I think that that's what makes it look and appear and feel way better than having just like 5k more base damage, because I'm putting in a more damage instead of specking into these 2 ongoing directive. Like instead I could have like weapon damage on my glove or something, or some kind of other flip around. What will be better in this case is if I had a Gilla glove and put it right here with like, I don't know, with like 7% LMG damage, and put the True Patriot holster right here, I'll get a free 5% weapon damage. Ideally, I want compensated. I'm probably going to farm for compensated because that's going to probably make this build feel ultimate. Another 15% damage is going to be surreal. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know you guys have been waiting on this. People have been asking me to make an LMG build. I didn't want to make one until I felt that I can make something truly unique, than rather than just slapping Unhinge on an LMG and just putting damage. I feel like this is a way more efficient way, especially for console users. On PC, this is going to make them laser. I mean, you guys already know, if you're a PC player, you're drooling at this because you're already knowing even without it, you were able to laser. With this, it's probably no effort. Like you probably it's just like shooting a sniper rifle. So make sure you guys invest into this, try it out, have fun with it, and I promise you guys you will enjoy it. So it's been real. I love y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys want some more gameplay. Hit me in the comments. Let me know if you want to see me take this in like normalizing conflicts. I know a lot of you guys like conflict, or if you guys want to see some more raw DZ gameplay. I have tons of footage. But if you guys don't want to see it, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Slap me with a like. Let me know what y'all think about this Armor Breaker LMG build. It's been real. Your boy is out.